Give this one a go where you just bring it up with your wrist, up and down, just with the pole on your own. In this video I'm going to be talking all about the Wing Chun Pole we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to give in a little bit of the history to the stick. I'm going to be talking about who uses it, why they train with this, give you all the dimensions and weights, and at the end I'm going to give you a few training drills to get you started with the Wing Chun Pole. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the Wing Chun Pole we have for sale at Enso. So Wing Chun Poles are now very much a part of Wing Chun training, and they probably exist in almost all Wing Chun classes as like the mainstay, probably the first weapon that you'll train with in Wing Chun. However, that hasn't always been the case. They've kind of introduced into Wing Chun, added as one of the weapons around sort of the late 18th, early 19th century. And it seems like they were originally the poles off of the boats. So they were used by like pole men on the backs of boats for poling around, and then they became like used as weapons by the Wing Chun practitioners that were poling those boats. Now, I don't know whether these guys discovered that they could fight with these sticks on the back of boats and there was like little boat wars going on. I don't know if that's the case, or whether someone just said, hey, I use these every day and I can swing on them around, let's have a go at seeing if we can crack a few heads with them. I don't know how it actually came about to be a weapon as part of it, but it seemed very much like the Wing Chun practitioners on the boats who were using the poles to pole the boats then decided to integrate these as weapons for their system. Now this happens quite a lot. There's quite a lot of like farm tools, especially with like the Okinawan like karate styles, and like sticks obviously a very practical tool in the old days on farms and whatever. So it's quite common that normal everyday items get integrated into martial arts, especially the kung fu styles. So on the video here you probably can't see the top of the stick. It almost touches the ceiling of the shop here. If it was any longer it just wouldn't be able to stand up straight. It's definitely the longest weapon we have at Enso Martial Arts. However, it's not the longest. Apparently these went all the way up to 13 feet. This one's 8 feet. 13 feet is really long. I have seen in some kung fu styles they have crazy long spears as well, really long flexible spears. But in terms of martial art weapons in the UK that you see, this is almost certainly like the longest, or definitely one of the longest weapons you get. Now traditionally these would be made out of ironwood. So ironwood is a really hard, really durable wood that comes out of China, so from the ironwood trees. And you know, you hear it being referenced in Kung Fu Panda and other films, but yeah, it is actually a real wood. However, it's crazy rare now. A lot of those trees have been chopped down and they just can't get ironwood anymore. It's really difficult to get. So a lot of the ironwood poles you see now are like from reclaimed wood, so reclaimed from old boats or whatever. So in terms of getting ironwood Wing Chun poles in the UK, it's extremely difficult. So one, they're very rare. Also two, shipping this type of length of stick is really difficult. 13 feet is just a totally unrealistic length in terms of actually like getting them sent to us here at the shop and then being able to get them out and sent to you. So 8 foot seems to be the most practical length, and also any longer than that in terms of getting something made out of a rare wood is almost impossible. So we have these that are made out of red oak. Now red oak is again very durable, very tough, but much cheaper. The ironwood sticks are crazy money, and this is actually an affordable price. Now with red oak, it seems to be as you go longer and longer, the more expensive it gets. To be able to get a completely straight length of 8 foot red oak is actually quite difficult. Oak does tend to sort of warp and split a bit, so getting a kiln dried, which means all its warping and splitting is done, 8 foot length is quite difficult. So yeah, these ones at Enso Martial Arts are made out of red oak, which means we can actually get them and we can send them out to you, and you've got a really nice, durable, strong, heavy Wing Chun pole. So as the name suggests, it's mainly used by Wing Chun practitioners, and really that's the only people that are going to be buying these. But there are some other southern styles that train with very, very long sticks. You know, a lot of the southern martial arts tend to sort of mix weapons and train with similar stuff. So I'm sure there are other southern styles that train with these poles, but Wing Chun are known for it, and really it's only Wing Chun practitioners that are buying these. Being made from red oak, you will be able to do sparring with these, or at least practice sparring. Now, you know, take it easy. If you're going absolutely mental with these and smashing them on everything you possibly can, I'm sure you will find a way to break this. However, if you're doing sparring with buddies at class and you're just doing, you know, practical drills, that's exactly what these are designed for. So yeah, take it easy, don't go completely mental, but you can do sparring with these. But really they are mainly for training drills, but obviously two partner drills and like gentle sparring, you can definitely practice with these. That's exactly what they're designed for. Just having a look at the dimensions now, this is going to be a whole lot of fun measuring this. As I said earlier, they're 8 feet, but in terms of inches and centimetres, that comes in at 251 centimetres, or around 99 inches. Now in terms of the diameter, these do taper from one end to the other, which means you get a nice thick chunky end at the end that you hold most of the time. And this comes in at 3.5 centimetres, around 1.25 inches. At the other end, this is much more the sort of standard length for like Joe staffs that you expect, so it's 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres. And having a look at the weight, these weigh in about 1,400 grams, 1.4 kilos. Not particularly crazy heavy for a Wing Chun pole, but definitely heavy enough to give you a good workout. So you Wing Chun guys don't use a lot of martial arts weapons. For a Kung Fu style, there's not a huge amount of stuff you train with. But Enso Martial Arts, we try and cater for everything you guys do. So as well as the Wing Chun pole, we also have the Chi Sao rings. We do them in 10, 12, 14 and 16 inch. We do 2 styles of butterfly knives. We do the standard ones and we do the Damascus steel ones. Now Wing Chun styles don't tend to have like a traditional uniform that they train in. Most people tend to train in just like loose trousers and t-shirt. In terms of footwear, I definitely recommend the Feiyu shoes. A lot of the Wing Chun guys that I've got to wear these really like them, but we also do the Tai Chi shoes too that are also good. So as promised at the beginning of the video, I'm just going to give you a few little training drills to get you started with the Wing Chun pole. In a 6 foot wide shop, an 8 foot pole is going to be a bit tricky, so I'll do my absolute best with the space that I've got. Now the first technique that's really good to get you started is just simply just dropping it down and up, dropping it down and up. Now I'm no expert with the Wing Chun pole, but in terms of coming down and up, you kind of want to keep the tip in a similar place and just have it coming up and down, which is a really nice technique to do, and being nice and precise, you know. And you see guys get a bit of a snap into it, but that's a really good one to get started. And a little extension of just shoving it out, which again in the shop is pretty tight. I think I've got an extra centimetre before I hit that door. But yeah, really nice technique just to get you started. Now the second technique I'm going to show you, really good for forearm and wrist strength. Now I actually can't do this, so I'll do it to the side of the camera. I should be able to do it to the camera, which is just keeping your hands nice and together right on the end of the stick and just bringing it up. Again, you kind of want to keep that tip in the same place as best you can, and just rotating your hands up as you come up and down. Now this is a really good forearm exercise. Really good to get that wrist strength, forearm strength, really good for your grip strength. Really good training drill. Anyone interested in grip strength at all could really benefit from this training exercise. So yeah, definitely worth giving this one a go. Now you do see guys bringing it up and striking forward and back, and bringing it down, up, striking out and back, which you know you can add to, but in terms of grip strength and just getting that precision, you don't necessarily need it. But yeah, really nice technique. Give that one a go, see how you get on with it. The heavier stick the better, but these ones that we sell really do give you a really hard workout. Now, a lot of people who don't have similar grip strength might want to start off with just a standard 6 foot length bow staff, just to build up the strength until you can move on to something like this. Now, just a little bit of showing off. I've seen a few things out on Facebook recently, some Chinese guys showing their grip strength. If you think you've got a good grip strength, give this one a go, where you just bring it up with your wrist, up and down, just with the pole on your own. Just in one hand, just see how you get on with this. Bringing it up, one hand, like the exercise I showed you before, with the stick. It's a really, really tough one to get those forearms and wrist strength working. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the Wing Chun Pole we have at Enso. If you like this video, click the little button, subscribe to his channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!